While Barcelona have struggled recently, the last 25 years or so have been the most successful in the club's history, and they've been led out by some fantastic players in that time. The Catalan Giants have enjoyed a regular stream of trophies and some fantastic football to boot. Some people claim that the 2009 to 2012 team, managed by Pep Guardiola, is the greatest of all time. And as we all know, every great team needs great leaders, and Barcelona have been blessed in this regard, as some of the leading players of their generation have worn the armband at the Camp Nou. In today's video, we've ranked the 8 captains of Barcelona since 1997 from worst to best. Coming in at the bottom of the pile, number 8, we have Sergio Busquets. Currently the coach of Barcelona B, he was the captain for the 2001/2002 season, but he only made 25 appearances in all competitions that year while he was captain. The right back had been at Camp Nou for almost a decade when he was given the armband, but his leadership couldn't save Barcelona from a disappointing 4th place finish in La Liga and defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League semi-finals. Louis van Gaal eventually sold him to Atletico in the summer of 2002 and appointed Luis Enrique as captain in his place. He was a solid pro, but he doesn't exactly compare to the other names we've got coming up on today's list. Number 7, Sergio Busquets. No doubt a great player and one of the leading proponents of football's dark arts, but Busquets has only been captain for Barcelona since last summer, and while they have rallied to a respectable 2nd place finish in the 21/22 season, it wasn't exactly a year to remember for Barcelona under the captaincy of Busquets. He may move up the list if things improve under Xavi's management, but for now the midfielder hardly warrants a place higher than this compared to the players who are still yet to come. Number 6, Luis Enrique. Barcelona in the early 2000s weren't exactly the juggernaut they'd soon become. Real Madrid were the league's most glamorous team at the time, Rafa Benitez was working wonders at Valencia, and northern Spain was well represented in Europe by Celta Vigo, Deportivo La Coruña and Real Sociedad. And Barcelona started the 02/03 season shockingly, finding themselves hovering above the relegation zone before Van Gaal was eventually sacked in January. In this context, it was hard for Enrique to match the success of his successors, but the midfielder, who has managed Barcelona to a Champions League trophy in 2015, oversaw a recovery in 2003 and was at the helm for the embryonic Rijkaard/Ronaldinho era in the following season. Enrique retired in the summer of 2004 and is certainly remembered fondly from his time at the Camp Nou. Number 5, Pep Guardiola. Barcelona's most successful manager was also one of their finest captains. A stalwart of the club's midfield throughout the 1990s, Guardiola was quickly appointed as the new club captain in 1997 by Van Gaal. He then remained captain for the next 4 seasons, lifting the La Liga title in 1999 and making a substantial impact from the centre of the park. But it is important to remember that Barcelona did go trophyless for Guardiola's last 2 seasons as skipper, and he was eventually sold in the summer of 2001. And so for this reasoning, we can't exactly rank Pep much higher than this. Number 4, Lionel Messi. Yes, of course he's brilliant, and yes, he is the most iconic figure in Barcelona history, and let's all admit, it's pretty weird to see him in a PSG shirt at the moment. But as the club's first and only foreign captain, it is worth noting that Messi did oversee some pretty abject surrenders in the Champions League, most notably at Anfield and Bayern Munich. Despite this though, Messi still led the side to a La Liga title in 2019 and did win the Copa del Rey in his final season in Spain, and it is worth noting his advancing years and the club's decline while the Argentinian wore the armband. He was hamstrung by circumstance, but Messi the captain wasn't quite at the level as Messi the player. Number 3, Andres Iniesta. Iniesta is arguably one of the greatest midfielders of all time, but most of his success at club level did come before he took the captain's armband in 2015. Taking over from Xavi, who left the club at the end of the previous season, the World Cup winner led Barcelona to 2 La Liga titles and 3 Copa del Rey wins. In his final season, the 17/18 campaign, Barcelona won La Liga by a whopping 14 points, and who could forget his performance in the El Clasico 2 years previously. Iniesta scored 1 goal and created another in Barcelona's 4-0 victory over Real Madrid, and he became only the 3rd Barca player to receive a standing ovation at the Bernabeu. Iniesta left for Vissel Kobe in 2018 after making 674 appearances for Barcelona. Number 2, Xavi. The legendary midfielder actually only led Barcelona for a single season as captain, but what a season it was! Spearheaded by the peerless MSN forward line, Barcelona swept everyone aside in the 14/15 campaign and won their second treble in their history. By this point, Xavi was coming towards the end of his career and was often kept out of Luis Enrique's starting 11 by Ivan Rakitic. He then left for Qatar after the Champions League final victory over Juventus. Despite not wearing the armband before this season, he has always acted like an on-field leader anyway. But even his solitary season as captain is enough to land him second place on today's list. Like Guardiola before him, a staunch defender of Barcelona's Cruyffiest values and playing style, it's no surprise to see him make a promising start to life in the dugout. Number 1, Carlos Puyol. Not only is Puyol Barcelona's longest serving captain, holding the armband between 2002 and 2014, but he also led the club during their greatest period of success. He won countless trophies throughout his tenure with Barcelona and was a combative defender who wore his heart on his sleeve and was a leader by absolutely every sense of the word. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt about this one. We have a clear winner, and there's no doubt that Carlos Puyol is Barcelona's greatest ever captain. There we have it though, guys. Those were Barcelona's 8 greatest captains since 1997. Do you agree with our rankings? Would you move any of them around? Let us know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see any more ranking videos in the future as well, make sure to leave us with your suggestions in the comments. And apart from that, we'll see you all in the next one.